Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Hot Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm always your host, AR the Hot Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to discuss once again the Internet Bill of Rights that should exist in this country currently to stop big tech fuckery and BS community guidelines crap to basically infringe on freedom of speech and freedom of press and everything else relating to the original Bill of Rights of the U.S. Constitution that our founding fathers intended to be a free, open nation and have free, open spaces, is what it is, to where you can actually discuss things free and fairly. So basically, for those interested in what I'm talking about, earlier tonight, Never Enough Ammo had a stream that lasted for all of about 8.5 minutes. Not even quite that long, actually. I got in there about a minute before it got nuked. Because apparently in the first 5 minutes, one of the other people that was on his panel there showed the Transformer version of, I believe it was Megatron, where you could basically transform the motherfucker into a gun. And YouTube claimed that was a violation of community guidelines strikes for showing quote unquote guns on stream, which is absolute BS because you could tell it was a fucking toy. And there's been a bunch of people on this site over the last couple of years now that have actually shown guns on streams, and they didn't get fucking channel strike like that or whatever, or stream nuked, whatever it was then. So it's definitely YouTube fucking with people is what it is, dude. They're fucking with freedom of speech, they're fucking with freedom of expression, etc. there. And I'm personally sick and tired of it, is what it is, man. Like, these people are actively shooting themselves in the foot right now, and they don't even realize it. When you have alternatives like Rumble that, if it can get a little bit better, will be the new mainstream is what it is at that point. Or anything else for that matter. You got Elon Musk doing stuff with Twitter/X there to make them be able to stream stuff onto there now. So, yeah, I mean, YouTube's going to have alternatives very soon is what it is, dude. And I feel like they're going to be better potentially than the originals will be here. So, which like I've talked about before, the Internet Bill of Rights, it would be nothing to just have this shit basically be a public utility kind of thing is what it is there, where you have it be, just like the phone company can't restrict your freedom of speech and stuff like that, neither should these fucking internet companies what it is there. And it should be an open space. It should be an open air market basically for free ideals and free ideas to reign supreme and stuff like that. We don't, police your speech about, this or that or the other thing, whether it be, a couple years ago it was fucking 2020 being stolen and stuff like that, and now that's fine to say here is what it is, but you still can't talk about jibbity jabs and stuff like that is what it is in full detail of what's going on there without risking like medical misinformation shit or whatever the case be. It's absolute BS entirely, dude. And again, it's a way to restrict people's speech so that they can't discuss things openly. And it's like, what the hell kind of shit is that when you have the company based in a state in a constitutional republic is what it is, dude. Like, respect the fucking Constitution, or there should be open lawsuits at this point against these fucking people is what it is, man. Honestly. So, anyway, it's a bunch of BS entirely. I'm gonna do my my tactical backpack tomorrow, obviously, for the buckshot episode that we're gonna do a Saturday special on there. I was gonna put some stuff in it originally, but after tonight's stream with NEA and stuff like that, I don't know if I'm gonna risk getting a channel strike here is what it is though, for the potential I was gonna do with that then. So we'll just discuss the empty pack and what could be put into it is what it is there. And things I wouldn't put into it just because of the fact that, like there obviously is a space there in the back of it. You could technically stick a handgun in that's full size, obviously. I personally wouldn't do that unless I was going to carry a second gun is what it is. Because for me, like that particular thing, like you'd be out there like walking or whatever the case be, and it'd be kind of stupid to have like a secondary. Well, first off, to have if you're going to wear it like the opposite way or whatever, where it's like out way that way or whatever the case be and not in the front of you or whatever, to have a gun on your back basically to where you couldn't even get to it properly is just kind of dumb in general. And if you're wearing it front ways, like it's how I'd wear it, honestly, because I'm going to use that for, potentially like a mag pouch, essentially. I wouldn't want to have a second gun there anyway, just because, again, like unless you're, running out of steam or whatever the case be, and you're not already open carrying a first, handgun as a backup then, like it'd be just stupid to have like a secondary gun there or whatever then. where you can easily have that be that same like pouch area because it has a little snap on is what it is there. It could basically be used for, you know, multiple mags being carried in it then. So, you know. And unfortunately, these little Molly pouch things that I got before, which I thought were going to be big enough to carry mags in, they really aren't unless you're doing like handgun mags in these, which even then there are only a couple of them that's going to be smaller mags. So, which this would be decent for like a medical kit or something, though, if that'd be the case, or like some gauze or something in there maybe, or whatever, just in case, or even for that same kind of things, maybe just some like a small little snack bag or something to have with you, like some trail mix or something in there maybe or something. But anyway, like a little lunch pouch or something, if that'd be the case on your person then or something. Who knows? But I mean, it can be used for a bunch of different stuff, obviously. I'm sure you could fit a little, well, I don't know. I'm trying to think now, like the size of this, because I was thinking about like a canteen. I don't know if this would be big enough to fit a canteen in there. I don't think it would be, actually. Like judging by the size of it, obviously, and then going inside. You can basically fit a hand in there, so. I mean, you might be able to fit like a small canteen in there if you wanted to for like a water pouch or something. But it wouldn't be all that huge, though, is what it is. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm pretty angry, obviously, because I like to spend my Friday nights just listening to Matt, you know, bullshit with the chat and everything like that. And literally getting there about a minute before it got taken down, and then obviously it was put back up later because it didn't violate the fucking community guidelines of what it is. It's like it's a bunch of shit entirely, dude. So who knows what was reported by somebody or whatever the case be. You know, I don't think we'll ever know what it is there, but I think it's a bunch of BS either way. So yeah, very irritating. I do think it's weird too, by the way, because I noticed this afternoon as well when I was doing the Freedom Friday stream. There was a lot of fuckery going on in Discord too, for that matter, where there was a bunch of different communities being taken offline or whatever the case be. And then all of a sudden, it was within like an hour or so, they were put back up then, and it was saying something about like disruptions in servers or something like that. And I'm just like, that's weird. And it happened to be a lot of the ones that I was, you know, on, basically, whether it be Matt's or Honda's or whatever the case be there. So, yeah, I don't know if Discord's doing a bunch of fuckery there to like try to find some more shit, like with that kid that did that was trying to do the synagogue attack here in Canton, or if it's something else there. Like they're trying to update their like algorithms or whatever, maybe on all these servers to be like, oh, let's detect people's fucking keystroke kind of shit or whatever the case is there. So, yeah, it's a bunch of BS entirely, though, either way, man. And again, I'm personally just sick and tired of the surveillance state in general that we have in this country. And I know I've talked to others that are the same way, honestly, dude. Like, there's zero fucking reason for it anymore. And then, of course, you had last couple hours here, which I think I talked about that. I think that happened during the actual Freedom Friday stream earlier tonight, which was you had some Democrat fucking staffer who apparently was making an amateur gay sex video in a literal fucking chambers in the U.S. Capitol buildings. In like one of the Senate hearing rooms is what it was there, which from my understanding, it was supposed to be the Hart room, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was called. And I think that's the same Hart, by the way, H-A-R-T, from the Hart-Celler Act of 1965, aka the Immigration Act of 1965, where it was him and that Celler guy basically saying straight up almost 60 years ago now that, oh no, us doing this mass migration and immigration to America of, you know, people that are, you know, not European or whatever the case be, isn't going to do shit to change populations and stuff like that. It's like bullshit, it didn't, dude. It's been proven 58 years later that it's done more than that at this point, honestly. And you don't have no homogenous, you know, country anymore. You have a fucking bunch of people who are against other people in this country is what it is. You know, it's why you have all these black and white hate crime attacks all the time. It's why you have all these fucking black on Asian crimes, Latinos on whites, Latinos on Asians, you know, Asian on white, white on other people and stuff like that to some extent. You know, Islam on everybody pretty much is what it is there. And that's even kicking off now in California. There you got a bunch of fucking pro-Palestine people trying to shut down the LAX airport today. And the cops finally had enough of it is what it was. They should have had enough of that shit a while ago because it should have been considered terrorism when it first fucking started, honestly, like it fucking actually is. and it should have been treated as terrorist acts at that point, and it should have been mass arrest across the board, and people who are not U.S. citizens by birth and stuff like that, then fuck them. They can get deported their asses the fuck back to where the fuck they came from, is what it is then. And it's as simple as that, really, honestly. So, anyway. My dinner from earlier is now getting close to being not in my system anymore. I'll leave it at that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one short right now because I really, really have to go to the bathroom. So, but yeah, internet bill of rights definitely needs to become a thing right now. It's as simple as that, really. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Buckshot. Till later. Have a good one, y'all. Later.